The Maniac Marcus McGhee is a savage, but he's had an interesting career leading him to his current 4-fight win streak to open the UFC career, landing bonuses in 75% of the fights. He's a pressure striker, but where his talent lies is in the serious one-punch power. And at 35, he's making the most of the opportunities to get himself into the UFC title picture, and his next matchup is against his biggest fight yet in Petr Yan. Today we'll have a look at the highlights of the Maniac. According to McGhee himself, he's loved mixed martial arts his entire life, but he got into training a little bit late, and now his training schedule as a professional is relentless. Training nearly 6 hours on a training day, he is continuing to round out his skills. McGhee is also an advocate for cannabis. In his youth, he worked at different cannabis occupations throughout his life. Nonetheless, taking a look at McGhee's career in mixed martial arts, he started as an amateur all the way back in 2012. He competed in 5 fights over a 6-year span, winning an amateur Iron Boy title with a first-round finish, putting a stamp on that chapter of mixed martial arts. 2 years later, in February of 2020, he'd resurface as a professional with the same stoppage success as before. He'd finish Nick Allwag in the first round for his professional debut and follow that up with back-to-back-to-back knockout finishes. And dominating in his early career, he would actually suffer his first and only professional loss in the LFA in the summer of 2022, but would bounce back off of that loss with a knockout victory in the 3rd round, a knockout victory in the 2nd round, and then opportunity would come calling. He had trained closely with the Matrix Kyler Phillips at the MMA lab, even cornering him in some of Kyler Phillips's UFC bouts prior to McGhee getting into the octagon. McGhee had only 6-1 and 2-1 in his last 3 fights. He'd get the call on literally half a week notice, and like all the fighters we'd love, he jumped straight for it and into a fight night for Song vs. Simone. And it's just unreal that a fighter on a couple days notice like Marcus McGhee would pressure his opponent for over 7 minutes before showing off the power that we saw in the regionals with a left hand dropping Journey Newsome and sinking in a rear naked choke in the 2nd round. The impressive performance got him a UFC debut bonus, as well as his first professional mixed martial arts submission win against a black belt in jiu-jitsu just to boot. Next on the docket would be South African JP Buys, and McGhee would go out there once again and just put on a dominant performance, earning another bonus, and then again against Blanos, he would land another TKO finish. This time his opponent did survive into the 2nd round, but still McGhee putting him away, continuing his finish streak all the way until his most recent fight, and it was a prospect matchup for sure. Jonathan Martinez, extremely dangerous, going all the way to decision, but McGhee would win once again, and now 4 fights in a row, undefeated in the UFC with 3 bonuses. He's looking extremely impressive on a run that we haven't seen in a while from a debuting fighter. Now the MMA lab has a ton of talented fighters. Former bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley, as mentioned, Kyler Phillips, and now Marcus McGhee is looking to leave a stamp on the UFC's 135-pound weight class, and I think McGhee has all the talent in the world, especially with that God-given power and the relentless training that he is doing now, that he's going to continue to make big waves this late into his life, but this early into his mixed martial arts career. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Maniac Marcus McGhee. Do you think he gets it done this weekend, and how high do you think he can go being at the later age of 35 in the mixed martial arts octagon? But that'll do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button and subscribe to Combat Sports Central, and I will see you in the next one.